Good morning and welcome to the Pete Braley Show. I'm Pete Braley along with my executive producer, director, show creator, and someone who just wants to be carded once. Just once, now that he can prove it.
Just one time.
Yeah, my son, Matt's.
That's me.
All right. Good morning. Welcome to our Wednesday. Today is supposed to be the beginning of another heat wave. I'm going to say maybe the last one of the summer, I would think. I mean, we're getting kind of late. I don't see it.
Maybe.
A heat wave is 3 consecutive days with temperatures in the 90s.
Oh, okay. I did not know the exact definition.
Yep, that's the definition. And I just don't... Anyways, coming up, it's supposed to be hot today, tomorrow, and Friday. And Priscilla's working up in... Trish is working up in Dedham.
My name's not Trish.
Yeah, her. So she'll be around the Boston area today where the heat index gets up to 100-something, so...
Mm-hmm.
We're here with studio dog Charlie. After a good night last night, he didn't really hog the bed last night, so I was happy with that.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Well, actually, he's only... How can he hog the
He's
bed?
like 15 pounds, I think.
But welcome to show number 48. And if you saw last night on Facebook, I posted something about how we have a Q&A session coming up on Friday.
Yes.
And we're just curious as to what you would like to ask. I mean, you can ask a question of any. You could ask Charlie, but I don't think
I
he'll
don't
answer.
We could try. We could try and translate for him.
He's coming over to your corner of the desk near all the wires. Okay. But it could be a question about anything. It could be a question for me. It could be a question for Matt. Anything. Why do we do this?
Could
Why
be a
don't we
question
do
for
that?
Trish if you want.
Yes.
Yeah.
You could ask Trish.
Yeah.
You could ask Sarah. We could call her.
Yeah. I probably
Live on
shouldn't have
the air.
said that because everyone loves Trish. Trish is going to get all the questions
Yeah,
now.
she'll get all the questions.
Yeah.
How do you put up with these two calling you Trish?
Yep.
All right. So that's coming up. Think about that for Friday. Some odds and ends to clean up here before we move on to today's stuff. Dana sent me a meme on Facebook yesterday because we were talking about fluffernutters. And it was a picture of a jar of fluff, and it said, "Did you know fluff was not only invented in Massachusetts, but there is also a What the Fluff Festival every year in September in Somerville."
How have we not known this?
I know. Road trip.
Yeah, right.
That's how I answered him. I think, your mom did tell me we'll be in Virginia.
Oh, fantastic.
It's right around Liam's birthday time.
We should probably cancel the trip.
He's turning 2. I can't miss my grandson's second
I mean,
birthday.
he likes fluff. Why don't we take him with us?
That's true, he does.
Yeah.
The video yesterday on Facebook about playing. I suddenly lost. I said, "What did I write?" The video yesterday on Facebook was about playing music on the ambulance, right?
Yes. Yep.
You were talking about who had, and Dana told us the driver picks
The driver
tunes.
gets to choose. Yeah.
So what was your question again? How did you come up with that?
Oh, I said like, do you just play like songs like Happy, like while there's a cardiac arrest going on in the back?
Well, we did get a comment from Steve who said his playlist would be Stairway to Heaven, Don't Fear the Reaper, Only the Good Die Young, and Knocking on Heaven's Door. Those are his personal favorites. Steve is also an EMT, so
Yeah.
they do have a strange...
Any song that remotely involves death.
They have a strange sense of humor. Oh, speaking of fluff...
Yes.
By the way, I had a fluffernutter for lunch yesterday. There's a guy I follow on TikTok, and he's from England, and he goes around. There's a number of people that do this on TikTok, but I happen to find him. He goes around trying American foods to see what the buzz is about. So the other day, he tried peanut butter and jelly.
Peanut butter.
No.
Okay.
The other day, he tried peanut butter and jelly, and in the comments, everybody said, "Oh, man, but you got to try fluff." So he went searching for it, and let's check this out.
I have been suggested what I'm about to try by so many Americans, right? And today is the day. I know this thing that I'm about to show you is a very, very popular thing in America. And I know, right, and I know my Americans watching this are all going to have the same reaction. And some of you might have already guessed it purely from me telling you how popular it actually is today. I'm going to be trying for the first time ever, and I'm so excited. Fluff. I have never heard a bad thing about this. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it does. It looks incredible. Let's get into it. Oh, I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. And I know. I don't know if I'm supposed to put this on like a sandwich. I don't know, right? Or do you just go straight in like a yogurt? I'm gonna go straight in. I mean, smells incredible. Okay. On a level now, why do Americans have the best snacks? Is it the sugar? I don't know what it is, but this has changed my life forever. The other day, I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and now this has changed my life. Yeah, this is so good. I can't help falling in love with you. That right there, what I've just tried, is up there with one of the best things I've ever tried in my whole entire life. 10 out of 10.
He took 3 spoonfuls
Yeah.
that I saw. And you have to imagine, probably, because you create things for TikTok.
Yeah.
He might have had 2 or 3 more, right, that he edited out. I don't know.
He seems pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably doesn't.
Could you eat 3 spoonfuls of fluff?
I think anyone could. I don't think you sleep for days afterwards.
I don't think you should.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's definitely not advised. But I mean, if it's eating 2 Big Macs a day or that, I'd probably do that.
Yeah. We did talk about that yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Good morning, and join us in the chat. We'd love to know what's going on with your life and where you are. Diane's working away across the country. They had lunch in St. Louis yesterday, and we'll probably hear from her today, though she is an hour behind us. So, was it 7 there? 7:09?
I have no idea.
Right. So
yes.
She's an hour behind
if they're
us.
still there. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see. But let us know what you're doing, or if you remember Q&A session on Friday. Today is Wednesday, August 11th, and there's not much on the calendar. Today, only one thing. Today is National Sons and Daughters Day. So there you go.
Damn straight. Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
It brings parents and their children together for quality time. On this day,
Never mind.
be with the joys of your life. Come on, hug.
I thought you were going to buy us a present, or something.
You're so materialistic.
All we get from this is we're stuck with you all day.
Quality time.
How about a moment of peace from our parents? How about that? How about that for Sons and
What
Daughters
you hit
Day?
me with last night? We were having tacos last night, and of course, we got the bowls of lettuce, and tomatoes, and cheese. So I said to Matt, I said, "Oh, could you pass me the beef, the hamburger?" I said, "Could you pass me the?" And he looked at me and he said, "New rule." What is it? We talk to each other.
We talk to each other from 8 to 9, 8 to 9:15, and from that point forward, all questions need to be directed through Trish.
So I'm working on that.
Yeah.
So I'll try to give you some quality.
So enjoy
time
this.
today.
Enjoy this hour.
Yeah,
right
this
now.
is our hour to
Yes,
talk.
Enjoy it.
How you been?
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the date book for today, 1866, the world's first roller rink opened, and it was in Newport, Rhode Island. On this day in 1919, the Green Bay Packers Football Club was founded by George Calhoun and Curly Lambeau. Lambeau Field. It was named after their sponsor, the Indian Packing Company.
Interesting.
Isn't that the only team that the town actually owns them?
Yeah, it's like a collective ownership. Yeah.
On this day in 1984, the Cincinnati Reds retired Johnny Bench's number 5. And it was on this day in 2008, Airbnb was founded by Brian Chesky, Joe Gebbia, and Nathan Blacharek.
Such a crazy idea. Like, just think about how he pitched this idea. He was like, hey, guys, I'm thinking that we take people's houses that they live in and rent them as a hotel room for the night. What do we think?
They all went for it.
Everyone
I
was
guess.
probably like,
Yeah.
no, I don't want strangers sleeping in my bed.
But look at it now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Celebrity birthdays. Terry Bollea, I think that's how you say it. Terry Bollea is 63. Who dat? That's Hulk Hogan.
Ah.
Hulk Hogan is 63. And Thor is 38. Chris Hemsworth, 38. today.
Legend.
Coming up today, Matt found his driver's manual. Remember, I talked about that Monday, and it's from 2014. Today, we'll see if we are still obeying the rules of the road.
This will be interesting.
The best state in the union to have a baby. Love that story.
Funny enough, when I read the outline, I thought it said best state of the union to have a baby. And I was thinking, like, what does that even mean? Like, best state of the union address to watch while you're having a baby? Like, what is he finding
Who
on
wants
these?
to watch?
Who gave Dad the internet? Like, what is going on right now?
Who wants to watch an old State of the Union speech?
No clue.
Yeah. And things in which one is not enough, but two is too much.
Also, I figured out who. It would be those weird people that are, like, obsessed with Ronald Reagan. You know, like all the middle-aged women that are like, Ronald Reagan.
Oh,
Why can't we have Ronald Reagan back?
Ronnie.
I love Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan.
Anybody checking in before I go to the news?
Let's see. Katrina says, buy wine at Job Lot. Maybe I should. I mean, I don't even drink wine, but you know what?
To get carded?
I might go there just to get carded.
That would work.
That is true, though. I think Trish, I don't know, did she buy alcohol? I don't know. For some reason, I feel like she got carded at Ocean State one time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Dana said, morning gang, vertical and coffee. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday.
Right. Happy Wednesday, Dana.
Hump day.
Hump day.
Gail said, I think you need a sense of humor when working in healthcare. And Dana said, Gail, you are correct. You have to find the humor in it. If not, you'll get burnt out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either you got to find the humor, and that's a good thing, or it just shows, mental health problems. But
not that the jobs, you can even compare the two jobs, but when I was in radio, in the newsroom, there was kind of a warped sense of humor. Because you're going out to murder scenes. You're going out to accidents. You process this stuff by joking. I know it sounds cruel, but that's what you do.
It's real, though. Yeah.
It's survival.
Dana says, how about a trip to Wame's for National Children's Day? We had Wame's last weekend.
Yeah, we did. Sarah's last day, I think.
This would be a quick turnaround, but I'm down. No, I don't know what we have on the slate for today. Pete's cooking something.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll look it up.
I don't know. He's got to do it without talking to me, though.
Yeah, that's right.
Don't forget the rules.
That's right.
And that's it. We're ready to go.
All right. Checking the news on this Wednesday morning. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo announced his resignation yesterday after numerous sexual assault allegations. The fall from grace comes a year after he was widely hailed nationally for his detailed daily briefings and leadership during some of the darkest days of the pandemic. After weeks of wrangling, yesterday the Senate passed the $1.1 trillion infrastructure bill with Republican support. The package, with $550 billion in new spending, will address core infrastructure needs. It includes $110 billion in new funds for roads and bridges, $66 billion for rail, $7.5 billion to build out electric vehicle charging stations, $17 billion for ports, $25 billion for airports, $55 billion for clean drinking water, a $65 billion investment in high-speed internet, and more.
Where's the money for this podcast? We're a staple of this nation.
It's not in there. The bill now leads to the House. Maybe when it gets to the House, they'll bring us up.
Yeah, that's what it is.
All right. Gyms, workout places, could go the way of movie rental stores and disappear due to the pandemic, which has reshaped how Americans exercise. COVID has also led to the growth of a new era of high-tech home workout equipment and virtual classes. Thousands of small fitness centers and studios across the U.S. that were forced to close a year ago now are gone for good, and many more are struggling.
I hate big gyms.
Do you hate big gyms?
You see, it's one of those places you see everyone from high school, and you do that awkward thing where, you got to stop and say hi. But,
what you up to?
You go there to work out and you go home. You go there to hate your life for an hour or so and then go home. Don't talk to me. I hate this notion that we all need to talk to each other if you know them. Why can't we just the friendly
head bob?
Yeah. Hey. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the gyms.
Is that even the case if you have headphones on or earbuds? I mean, you're in your own world.
No, it's a little bit better if you have headphones on because that's kind of like a don't talk to me kind of thing. Right. I don't know. Going to a gym with a bunch of people just sucks. I feel like it ruins the workout experience.
Okay.
I definitely would prefer working out at home, but nowadays it's like lumber trying to get fitness gear. The pandemic shot those prices up.
Yeah.
$4,000 for a 10-pound dumbbell for you.
Hey.
Yeah, 10 pounds for him.
Why not?
That's it.
Also in the news today, the annual Falmouth Road Race is returning this weekend after being canceled last year. This year's race, scheduled for Sunday, will have a few changes to try and be safer. Those changes include the mandatory use of masks indoors, including when the runners pick up their numbers, when they're riding the shuttle bus, and inside medical tents. Masks will not be required for runners on the race course, which organizers view as a low-risk environment. However, runners will be urged not to group together during the race. 8,000 runners have registered for Sunday. That is down from the typical 12,000 they've had in the past.
Great, we're getting fat.
Yeah. And Boston's small house is for sale. Interesting story. It was built in 1890. Two brothers inherited the land during the Civil War, and one built his home on the land while the other was away fighting. Well, when the brother returned from war, he built the skinny house on the remaining land just to spite his brother. Now, we read this and we said, well, what does this look like? So we have to check it out. According to the listing, the home is about 10 feet wide, 30 feet long, with 3 floors. The home has about 1,666 square feet. It's listed at $1.2 million.
So crazy.
For that.
See, I always thought there was a skinny house like this that, what's going on? There we go. I always thought there was a skinny house that, like, people kept trying to buy to knock down. I thought it was that one, but it must not be because it's for sale. So if that was the case, they would just buy it and knock it down. But there's a skinny house somewhere that they wedged in between two buildings, and they tried buying it out because they want to turn it into whatever, and the owner refuses. So everything is built around this house.
Do you see the other house? I forget where it is. It's somewhere overseas. Same thing, sort of. Mm-hmm. They were putting in a highway. Yeah. And they bought up all the property to put in the road. Mm-hmm. This one person was like, nope, not selling. So now the road, it goes along and then it goes around the house and meets on the other side.
Which at that point, like, as the owner, didn't you lose? Like, I know your pride is there, but at the same time, you're now surrounded by a highway. So, I mean, who really lost
How
that
comfortable is that for a nice
Plus,
sleep,
think about it. They must have offered some crazy money.
I would think so.
Right? Like,
near the end. Yeah.
I mean, money isn't everything, and I guess that proves it.
So I'm reading the Red Sox headline this morning, and it says, Matt Barnes melts down again. Boy, that makes me want to read this
It
story.
says, Matt Braley's a dumbass for saying that they'll be all right.
We'll get to sports in just a moment. Wallet Hub has named Massachusetts as the best state to have a baby after comparing the 50 states and the District of Columbia, looking at 31 key measures like cost and healthcare accessibility, as well as baby and family friendliness. Massachusetts has the best parental leave policy and the third lowest infant mortality rate. Minnesota was named the second best, followed by the District of Columbia. I'm surprised by that. New Hampshire and Vermont coming up there, so that's good news.
Did they factor in the cost of living?
Well, there were 31 key issues. I don't have all 31 listed.
Because I feel like if cost of living was up there, I don't think Massachusetts would be towards it, right? I mean, it's expensive to live here.
The worst states to have a baby are South Carolina, Alabama, and Mississippi.
Interesting.
I guess that has to, I mean, we do have the best health care in Massachusetts. Mm-hmm. I mean, we have the best hospitals. And and children's hospital is
and education
just
great. Really good here.
Yeah.
Cost of living would be the only thing. But then again, I mean, if you're not living like really close to the city, it's probably not that bad.
Right.
That's where it really gets bad, is like the city.
All right. In sports, let's talk about the Sox. The headline said Matt Barnes melts down again. The Red Sox lost to Tampa Bay last night 8-4. The Sox blew a 4-1 lead, and Matt Barnes took the loss again. They were tied going into the ninth, but then Tampa rallied off of our closer, and the Rays take Game 1 of the series. Game 2 is coming up tonight. So my friend Greg down in Tampa is all excited and happy about this.
That's all I have to say. That's my reaction.
And the Field of Dreams meeting between the Yankees and White Sox in Dyersville, Iowa, is this Thursday. Question: why are they having a big game on a Thursday? I mean, wouldn't you think they'd do this on the weekend or something?
You would think. Is it just one game or is it the series there?
I think it's, well, you got me now, but I think it's one game.
Because if it's the series, then the series would probably end on the Saturday.
Right, okay. According to TickPick, tickets for the game on the secondary market, the resale market, are the most expensive for an MLB regular season game ever. The most expensive ticket right now is $3,972.
Well, I would assume it's because the seating is so limited. Like, they built up stands, but it's nowhere near a baseball field.
But it
looks really cool.
You also have to get yourself to Dyersville, Iowa.
It is kind of the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some facts about the field. The dimensions, 335 feet down the lines, 380 feet to the alleys, and 400 feet to dead center. Building the ballpark has required the moving of 30,000 cubic yards of material, the installation of 4,000 tons of sand, and 2,000 tons of pea gravel. That's under the bluegrass blend grass. They have a corn maze made with the MLB's batter logo. Mm-hmm. It's located beyond the right field fence near the actual Field of Dreams movie site. They're not playing the game on the field.
They built a new field.
Yeah, because not enough seats at the
Plus,
old
I don't think the dimensions were spot on for that movie.
You don't think it's legit?
I think the outfield would have been a little too shallow for Aaron Judge.
True.
Yeah.
True. I think the cornfield should be in play though. You know, he's got to go.
He's got to go into.
He's got to go into the field to get the fly ball.
Can you imagine just how many inside the park homers there'd be though?
Yeah.
I mean,
and
running through the corn trying to find the ball.
From what I read, this field will have corn in the outfield, but there is a fence in front of it.
I couldn't tell from the pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I read in this article, one of the things they did is they have a fence up, but it's like painted green, so it's like you can't really see it unless you're really focused
also,
on it.
I don't know if this is true, but I hope they put it like past one row of corn. So it's like there's corn, then there's the fence, so like the ball can't go far, but you still see the corn. Yeah.
Okay.
Are they all walking in from the outfield? I feel like they have to.
They have to, right?
Yeah.
Player introductions, they all come in from the
We can't
corn.
be the only ones that have thought of these things.
No,
so if they don't do it, I'll be disappointed.
All right, so what's going on? Summertime here. We do love our summer. I read yesterday the average American is in a good mood for 59% of summer. They research everything.
They really do.
Don't they?
Yeah.
All right, we got a new poll here which finds that people are in a good mood for 53 out of the 90 days of summer, largely because of the warmer weather, of course. Why are we not in a... I mean, we're in a good mood for only 53 out of 90. During the summer, Americans love to be outdoors with the most... outdoors. I thought of SpongeBob when I said that.
That's indoors, though.
Oh, that's right. The song is indoors.
Indoors.
Yeah. They prefer to be outdoors with the most common outdoor mood boosters being the flowers blooming. I do love it when one of our, what is it, the rhododendron tree, when that blooms.
I'm the wrong person to ask.
Okay, that's the one out there that gets all colorful.
Yes,
and stuff.
I thought it was like a cherry tree.
Seeing the trees,
nope, there's no
well, that's
cherries.
a different tree.
Also, there's no cherries on it. So
no, but I think it is called a cherry tree.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we like seeing the trees budding. We like taking a walk in the park. However, with so much time spent outside, it's no wonder that 41% of the poll say they often forget to bring warm weather essentials when they go out. The most frequently left behind items: sunscreen.
Yep, I could see that.
Sunglasses.
No, I never leave without my sunglasses.
No?
No.
And bug spray is a big one. Despite 56% of respondents claiming that they've become more health conscious over the past year, 57% admit they never wear sunscreen while they're outside. 96% say they don't wear sunscreen every day. I only put it on at the beach.
Yeah, pretty much. Or like if I know I'm going to be outside the whole day. That's pretty much it.
Never put it on back in my coaching days. You know, when we'd be out.
Yeah, like playing, I don't think. I feel like Kat might have. Because
Kat
would play those tournaments where she was outside all day.
Yesterday,
with baseball, you really don't play that many tournaments.
True.
Not as many as softball, at least.
Yesterday, it came up in my memories. It was 12 years ago that Kat's softball team had that Sunday when they played 6 games in a row.
Yeah.
and won the championship. I sent it to Kat. She was like, "Yikes!"
See, in baseball, you couldn't even you can't do that. You can't. I mean, six games in a row, you'd need, I don't know, 20 pitchers.
Yeah,
like,
and softball,
and you can reuse pitchers in softball.
Softball, you could play 6 games with 1 pitcher.
Yeah,
it's not going to hurt
you
around.
Can't do that.
Yeah.
Which is funny that we've created a sport that literally is damaging. Your body's not meant to pitch.
What, baseball?
Your body's not meant to play baseball.
No.
I mean, granted, your body's not meant to play football. Your body's not meant to get
true.
absolutely schmacked by 300-pound men. So,
and we've got teenagers having Tommy John surgery now, right?
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
there's rule. Thankfully, there's rules now, but this just shows how sad it is. There's rules that like you can't throw a curveball until a certain age.
Yeah.
Which is great because it's hopefully saving some arms, but I mean, it just shows how kind of messed up. I love baseball, but it was not made for the human body.
I'll never forget, I was at a Little League meeting. I don't know if it was for you or when Doug was playing. I was at a Little League meeting where they were talking about the pitch count, and one guy in front of me says, "Yeah, but what about when you get in the playoffs and he's your best pitcher?" I said, "Well, we're protecting his arm. It doesn't matter."
That's a great dad right there.
And this is Little League,
Shout
dude.
out to that man.
Yeah. All right, before we get going on some, do we have any comments?
Yes, let's see. Mrs. Guy says, I think you need a sense of humor wherever you work. To be honest, I think you need a sense of humor to get through life.
Of course.
Just because of how frickin' messed up it is. I mean, let's be honest. Let's see. Dana said, I'd love that house, just the weirdness of it.
You'd buy it for the weirdness?
Right? I feel like houses are progressively getting identical to each other, so the weirder, the better. It's funny. There was like a random giveaway by a country artist for an Airstream, like one of those RV-looking things. I said to Trish, I said, hey, I entered to win an Airstream. If I win, I'm parking it in the driveway. And she was like, okay, that'll be your apartment? I said, yes, it will. She was like, all right. She was like, how big is it? I was like, I have no idea.
Don't care.
But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I haven't heard if I won.
I was going to say,
fingers crossed.
Okay.
Fingers
all
crossed.
right.
I don't know when they're drawing. Let's see. Dana said, if you build it, they will come. It's such a good movie.
It is, isn't it?
I haven't seen it in a while.
And is that, that's the movie. Does anybody have a catch? Dad?
Oh, yeah, that's the one, right?
Do you want
I mean,
that what they
it's
say?
happened in multiple movies, I think, but that's the one I remember.
That's the one. Dad, do you want to have a catch?
I actually saw a TikTok where
it's play catch.
They went around to multiple people, and they were like, is it have a catch or play a catch? And a couple people said have a catch, and I'm like, you must have had a sad childhood.
And those were all Major League players, weren't they?
The TikTok I saw, no.
Oh, okay. Because I saw one with Major League players.
And was it both?
The same thing. There were 2 or 3 that said have a catch.
Release them.
You want to have a catch?
They don't deserve to play baseball.
Oh, come on.
Kat said, Mom always made me put sunscreen on.
At games.
That'll be Trish for you.
My name's not Trish.
Dana said, Airstream is an awesome camper. I want one. They're so freaking
That's
expensive.
one of the one. That's the one that's all silver, right? Yeah.
It's like rounded.
That would
I'm
be
telling
cool.
you, an Airstream in the driveway, I'll live there the rest of my life.
Would you let me in?
Nah, you know what? I would move from all of my siblings' driveways and here. I would just rotate so that I could get some time away from you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I guess we need that.
I would need it.
Yeah.
Can you fit a music studio in an Airstream?
I would think so.
All right.
I would think so.
Well, we're going to figure it out.
Okay.
All right, that's it.
We have been working on a list of things in which 1 is not enough, but 2 is too much.
Yes.
So I'm going to run these by you, see what you think. If you have any to add, please. This was just me thinking some of these we did together. And then last night
This was my idea. Give me credit.
Okay, it was your idea.
It was my idea.
You came up with maybe 5 of these, and then last night I just kind of.
Well, let's start off with the one that kicked it all off is burritos, because I love Chipotle, but one burrito is never enough, and I've gotten 2 burritos before, and I feel like I'm literally going to die after I eat 2 burritos.
Right.
Like I feel like I'm going to explode.
And what I was thinking was you could always save it for lunch the next day, but, No,
I don't like saving burritos.
Well, and besides that, the next day is half a burrito going to be enough for your lunch.
It's like the sandwich thing. People get a foot long, and they're like, I'll save half for lunch. But then you finish half of it, and you're like, well, I want more. And so you eat like 3/4 of it, and same thing. Like nobody wants that for lunch the next day. That's not enough.
And it's really not that good the next day.
So I normally force feed myself the whole thing.
Oh, do you?
Because I'm not wasteful.
There you go.
Yeah. If I spend money on food, I will eat every ounce of it. One time I bought, we went to Popeyes. I got an extra chicken sandwich.
I remember that.
Did not want it. I was done with it.
Yeah.
Trish was like, put it in the fridge. I was like, that's a great idea. The next day, I took it out and took a bite of it. If you've ever wondered whether or not Popeyes is good, if you save it in the fridge, it's not. It's literal trash the next day. But I ate it. I forced myself to eat it.
Well,
I spent money on it.
I was thinking. Oh, you did? Oh,
I bought it, so I was going to eat it.
Your Nana would be proud.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's the same thing with the Subway sandwich. If you put a sub in the fridge, say you've got a I don't know, ham and cheese, or you've got an Italian, whatever, and the next day you take it out, it's kind of like the tomato and the onion. It's the sandwich has gotten
Soggy.
Soggy. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah. So, all right. So things that are, one is not enough, but two is too much. S'mores. I mentioned this yesterday. Whenever I eat s'mores, I'm still a little hungry. But when I start on that second one, I'm suddenly full.
And then see, s'mores are tough too, because then you're stuck with it, and it's a mess in your hand, and you're like, well,
what do I do with it?
I'm here now.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can throw it in the fire if you want.
Yeah, I've done that.
But again, Nana would be very disappointed in you.
Yeah. He mentioned ramen noodles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because after that first bag, is it a bag? Would you call it a
package?
Okay.
I don't know.
After that first package, I'm still hungry.
Yeah.
But if you cook 2 bags, can you finish it?
I did it yesterday.
You did too?
I did too. I finished it, but I did not feel good. Yeah.
Then we have burritos. Another one he had was cheeseburgers.
Yeah, same thing as burritos. You get a burger. I always want another one.
Now,
but I don't want a full other one. Just a half. Can we normalize ordering half of a burger?
Now, has that double quarter pounder?
No, I still would like a half,
because that has two patties, right?
Yeah, no, I would still like another half.
Okay.
I'm a fat kid.
Cupcakes. I'm guilty of this one. However, 2's fine. I just can't go for 3.
Are we talking? Are we talking full size cupcakes or the little ones? Because if we're talking the little ones, I feel like six is one serving.
Easy. Yeah. No, I'm talking regular size cupcakes.
The little ones are so funny because you straight up pop those like pills. I swear to God, they're dangerous because you lose track.
If you can get it out of the damn package.
How have we not, as a society, come up with a better way to package cupcakes?
The only thing I stick my finger up below it.
The only thing that's exposed is the frosting, and you don't want to grab that. Like, how have we not thought of a better way? Another thing I got to come up with. Guys, you can't put the whole future of this human race on my shoulders,
no,
okay?
We don't
I'm
that.
just trying to exist.
We don't want to do that.
Do a podcast, enjoy my life, eat a couple burritos. Like, God.
How about corn on the cob? Corn on the cob. A lot of times I'll have, because we'll have it with a meal.
Yes.
And a lot of times so you're eating your whatever, burger, potato salad, and you have an ear of corn, and then it's like, that was good. I give me another one. But I can't. You get all the way through it, and you're like, okay.
I will say it's also because for some reason, as a family, I don't know if I said this on the show. I think I just said this to Sarah. For some reason, the Braley family eats corn like a dessert.
Yeah,
and we eat it after the meal.
After the meal.
And so, like, if you go for that second one, you've already had a full meal, and now one corn. And now
I wonder when that. Do other families do that?
When do you eat corn in the meal? Someone let us know.
Do you eat your corn on the cob with your meal, or for some reason we've done it after?
We've always eaten the meal. I think it's because it's so messy. Like, you eat the meal,
maybe,
then you eat your corn, and then you take a bath. Like
right.
that's just the sequence of events.
And my fellow mustache or beard wearers, I gotta wash this right away after corn, or else the butter smell. Oh,
I actually don't think I've had corn since I've had this. Sorry, excuse for beard.
Back to our list. Things where 1 is not enough, but 2 is too much. How about when you have a piece of apple pie? When you have a piece of apple pie, 1 is just not enough, but I can't finish 2.
Maybe if it's straight pie, but like typically in this house we have pie with a nice scoop of ice cream. I feel like that's good. I'm always satisfied.
You're good with that?
Yeah.
Fluffernutters or peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
or really just about any sandwich.
Yeah.
If you think about it. And I'm not talking about a foot-long sub. I'm talking when you make a...
I'm going to be honest. Sometimes I'm talking about a foot-long sub. Sometimes you get there, you know.
When you make yourself a ham and cheese, you know, and you eat that maybe with a few chips, it's like you want a little more. Should you make a sandwich and a half? Because you could do that at your house.
You could. Because 2 is definitely too much. I've definitely done the 2 sandwich game before. It's one of those things, like you either are still hungry or you can't do anything for the rest of the day because you just need to go lie down and take a nap. Yeah.
Next, I wrote down a bowl of cereal. One bowl of cereal for me is never enough.
I guess you ain't pouring enough, boy. I haven't eaten cereal in a long time.
The bowl's not big enough.
I always have a hefty bowl of cereal.
Yeah.
So one's good enough for me.
And then you're in a race, you know, because you go. For me, I finish the cereal and I have plenty of milk left.
Do you drink the milk?
So no, I never have. You?
Depends what mood I'm in.
Pick up the bowl and
Depends what cereal it is, what mood I'm in.
Yeah,
what day of
because the
week
cereal
it is, you know.
dictates the taste,
It
the
does.
flavor.
Like Cocoa Puffs, 100%. That's just good old chocolate milk in there.
Right.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of one that isn't good.
Lucky Charms that I have. Well, it's more marshmallow sugar.
You know, unpopular opinion. Never really been a fan of Lucky Charms.
Really?
Yeah, just the marshmallow tastes like chalk to me.
Wow.
Yeah.
I introduced Liam to Lucky Charms, and what do you think? Right for the marshmallows.
Why don't you introduce him to good things like
not my job,
like healthy things?
It's his mother's job.
Okay.
All
right.
But with the bowl of cereal, I always find that I have a race going on because I finish the first bowl of cereal and I have plenty of milk. So I get more cereal and I pour it in the milk, right? Mm-hmm. But then I pour in too much cereal and I don't have enough milk. So then I have to get more milk, and then it's a never-ending cycle.
I think you're trying too hard.
Never
Are you
ending.
still eating this bowl of cereal because you haven't finished the milk?
It's been 3 days.
Yeah, it's been 3 years. I'm still working on this bowl of cereal.
How about a piece of cake at a birthday party? All right, you get to everybody gets served a slice of cake, maybe with some ice cream, and it's like, ooh, that cake is good. I need some more.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I've said this before on the show. Not really a big sweets guy.
No, you're not.
So normally at a party, I have a piece of cake to be nice, and not that I don't enjoy it. Like cake's okay, but it's not my favorite thing in the world. Like I said to Trish, I think it was for my graduation party. She was like, "What do you want? Cupcakes, cake?" I was like, "Can we do chocolate chip cookies?"
Yeah,
like that's my favorite.
You'd rather
sweet.
have that. Yeah.
Trish's homemade chocolate chip cookies.
My name's not Trish.
Are my favorite thing in the world. Like I love those chocolate chip cookies. We should sell them.
So you don't really like cake that? Are you sure we're related?
That's what they tell me.
Yeah.
I mean,
we could do a test.
I'm clearly better looking, so that could be something. I don't know. I still have hair. I don't. We'll see in a couple years when I lose all my hair. We'll see how similar we look.
How about candy bars? Candy bars. If you have a candy bar, is one enough, or do you buy another one, or get another one out of the cabinet?
Just buy the king size.
That would do it.
King size candy bar.
That's an answer to that. Yeah.
You know the ones I don't like is the one when they put like 2 smaller ones in there. Have you seen? You know what I'm talking about?
In a king
more
size
so
wrapper?
like the Snickers, the
No, I haven't
Three
seen
Musketeers.
that.
Like
No.
I don't know if they call it king size, but it's like we should talk about healthy food. People probably think we're the most unhealthy people in the world. We
have
eat normally.
Yes, we
it just you guys wouldn't watch if we sat here and talked about lettuce for 3 days.
Yep.
But yeah, no. Sometimes they put like 2 candy bars in one package.
I haven't seen
2
that.
smaller candy bars.
Wouldn't like that.
Yeah.
Would not like that.
I feel like it's the same amount. I think they're just jipping us.
Yeah. And the last thing that I have on my list, I don't know if you have anything to add. Again, this is things where 1 is not enough, but 2 is too much. Ice cream sandwiches. And either one. It could be the chocolate chip cookie ice cream sandwich that we talked about this week, or the one that has the 2 chocolate wafers on it.
No, I'll agree with that. I'll also throw popsicles in the mix.
Popsicle,
Yeah.
1 popsicle's not
I don't
enough?
eat popsicles frequently, but when I do, 1 is never enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Did we get any other suggestions?
Yeah, let's see. Mrs. Guy says malasada. That's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. You go for 2 of those?
Dana says grilled corn on the cob. Yum. We don't grill our corn on the cob.
No, we don't. We don't.
Never
I don't
really
know
have.
why. I don't know why.
Doug does, I think.
Yep, he's done it. Dana, what's the trick? Obviously, you wrap it in foil, but do you put butter and salt in the...
I think you put butter in the foil, if I'm correct.
Okay.
Let's see. Dana eats his corn on the cob after I clean my plate, he says.
Oh, same thing.
Same thing.
Yep.
Maybe we should just clarify it as a dessert.
And we should ask. I'll have to ask Mom.
Clarify, classify.
I can't remember what my mom used to do, but I'll have to ask Mom because, you know, if that was the way she was raised, if they had corn at the end of the meal.
Yeah. Let's see. Gail said, I ate corn last night after my chicken and cantaloupe. I eat my corn on the cob deliciously plain. No salt, no butter, just delicious taste of corn.
Wow.
I can easily eat many ears. That's bold. That's a bold statement. No salt, no butter.
I don't
know if I could do it.
We got some corn at the farmer's market last weekend, and I didn't think you didn't have any because you were full, I think.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that good, but we've had a weird growing season down here. My garden has been a flop this year because I don't think the sun came out in July. It was always cloudy or foggy.
And we're sure it's not the gardener.
Thank you, Matt.
No problem.
Yes, we are sure.
We always need to look at this stuff.
I spoke to some farmers at a farmer's market.
Okay.
Who said the corn's late this year.
Did you show up with overalls and like a big hat and you're like, hey, my people, my people, how are we doing?
I don't have overalls.
Let's keep it that way.
Your brother Doug has
He
overalls.
does. They're Carhartt overalls, though. I feel like there's a big difference between denim overalls and Carhartt overalls.
Okay.
Carhartt overalls looks like you're about to put in a floor. Yeah.
All right. So what do we got? We got malasadish.
Well, did you finish? I'm sorry. Did you finish your thought about your garden? I interrupted.
No, just that it was a bad year for my garden. I got so far. I think I've had 3 squashes or squash-eye.
It's actually squeeshes.
Okay, I've had 3 squeeshes, and
that sounds messed up. I take that back.
I think I've had 7 green beans.
Well, it's
normally
funny.
It's like,
what was it the other day? The squash that Liam had.
Yes,
he was so happy. He was like, "Look, we have something," and he gave it to Liam, and Liam was just chucking it around the yard. And I was like, "Well, there goes Dad's
goes the squash.
One successful
vegetable,
fruit, vegetable,
vegetable,
Okay.
vegetable." Yeah.
All right.
All right, so we had the malasadish,
yes.
Which is one thing where one is not enough.
Mm-hmm. Dana says chocolate chip cookies with ice cream is a chipwich.
I've heard that.
That's interesting.
Yep.
Are we just let's just do it? So ice cream sandwich would be the wafer, the chocolate.
I had to look it up last night to see what they called that, and it's a wafer.
It is a wafer.
Yeah.
See, when I think wafer, I think of for some reason,
like
I think like Nutty Bar, like what's inside of a Nutty Bar.
Oh,
like
that's
what I think.
That's
of.
a wafer. Yeah, I would
but
think so.
That's automatically what I think of.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see. Dana says to grill your corn, melt some butter, brush shucked corn with butter onto hot grill, and keep an eye on it not to burn. Do not wrap it.
Oh, do not wrap it.
Ah, okay.
Wow.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I would have burnt it and failed.
That is new.
Yeah, Dana said our garden sucks this year.
Oh, Dana said that too?
All right, so I guess it's not
right.
Pete's fault.
Thank you.
Thank
you, Dana.
We won't blame him this year.
Thank you.
We'll find a different reason to blame him. And that's it.
All right, let's look at your driver's ed here.
Let's
see how much you remember, okay?
In full disclosure, I don't know what he's about to ask, so I'm also participating.
He skipped right through this.
Yes.
Last weekend, Matt was doing some cleaning, and he came across his driver's manual from 2014.
I kept it in my nightstand. I'm not really sure why. Maybe because, I thought I should read that before every night before I went to sleep.
I guess.
I did not do that.
So I went through it, and I wondered how many things do people remember. That same thing happened to me Monday that we talked about on the show, where I got to an intersection where I had the stop sign.
Yep.
And the lady over here did not.
Yeah.
She came to a complete stop. And
people don't know the stop sign.
I looked
rules.
at her and I went, "Go! You have the right of way." And she wasn't even looking at me. She was looking maybe at her phone or something. It's like, okay, I'm gonna go.
My biggest pet peeve is the 4-way stops when there's multiple cars. That
I'm gonna
get
get to that.
Okay. All right. I'll wait then.
All right.
All right.
So let's see. What does a flashing red light mean?
A flashing red light.
Yep.
Doesn't it act as a stop sign?
Very good.
Yes.
Very good. Stop and then proceed with caution if safe. What does a double white line mean?
Double white line.
Double white line.
Isn't that would be like at traffic lights? That's in front of you, correct? The double white line.
No, you could be.
There's a double white line on the side of you.
Yeah, at times.
A double white line.
Yeah.
Where is there a double white line?
Okay.
I'm going to get my license revoked after this.
Do you know what it means?
No.
It means no passing. You see
Double
that,
yellow?
but you see that on a country
It's
road.
the same thing with white lines?
Wouldn't you see it on a country road?
See,
A country road?
This isn't fair. If you said double yellow, I know that's not.
Well, that was the
don't
next
pass.
question.
So what's the difference between double yellow and double white?
I don't know.
Okay. So this is flawed.
Anybody? Does anybody know what's the difference between
I didn't know
a
double white was a thing. I thought it was double yellow. They're single. They're like the solid white when you approach a traffic light. Solid white you can't pass. It's also those lines. Fun fact. I really hope this is right, but I'm pretty sure it is. Take everything I say with a grain of salt.
It's our show. Hold
It's
on.
the lights. The length of that solid white line depends on the speed you're going approaching the speed limit approaching the traffic light. So it'll be longer, like coming off the highway.
Yeah.
It'll be longer leading up to the traffic light.
Oh, okay.
And like when you reach the solid line, I think there's a trick. I don't think this is like a rule, but like if you're in the solid lines when the light turns yellow, you have enough time to get through. But if you're not there yet, you should stop.
Did not know that.
Yes, I really hope I'm not ruining everyone's lives.
Okay. Double yellow lines means?
No passing.
Okay. You've got one solid yellow line, but one's broken. You know, like it has a line that's only that long, then that long.
Yeah.
Then that.
Yeah.
What is it? If you have the broken line on your side,
You can pass.
okay. Can the other guy?
No.
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 Only your side can pass.
Yes.
Right. Very good. Now, at a four-way stop sign, who has the right of way?
The first person to get there.
Oh, very good. The car that got there 1st. But if you both got there at the same time, who has the right of way?
If you both got there at the same time, it's the person to the... I know it's a direction. I don't remember what direction. I'm going to say the person to the right.
Very good. The person on the right is the
Let's
one that has the
go.
right of way. And how many people screw that up?
Well, because you always do that awkward, like, where wave them on, and then they're like, okay, I'm going to go. And then you start, and then you see them start. And then so you do this awkward stop, and then they're like, no, I'm sorry, you go.
It's
and
a
then, And then
dance.
you're like, no, you go. And then they're like, okay. And then you do it again. You're like, Jesus Christ.
It's a dance.
Yeah.
All right, rotaries. Rotary, which I found out there is a difference between a rotary and a roundabout.
Okay.
I didn't know this till I read the book.
Roundabout.
A roundabout. A rotary is like on the Cape. You know, it's a good size. There's a good size plot of land in the middle.
Yep.
A roundabout
Yes.
is like in Sarah's neighborhood. It's what you'd
Small.
find a smaller area.
Okay.
Smaller. So
All right.
that's
So like the
difference.
Bridgewater one would be rotary.
Rotary. Yes. All right. Who has the right when you approach a rotary? Who has the right of way?
I'm going to give people a second. It's the person in the rotary.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. You have to wait.
Yeah. Wait your turn, people.
We don't like to wait, do we?
Yeah. No.
Someone wants to pass you on the highway. All right, guys coming up fast behind you, maybe flashes your lights, flashes his lights. Someone wants to pass you on the highway. What should you do?
Are there options?
I can give you some
No.
options.
You don't need to make up options.
Okay.
If I had flashbacks to my permit test, they give you options, and most of the options are stupid.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, do you get out and beat the shit out of him with a club?
Yeah!
Or do you move over to the right and let him pass?
Yeah.
It's like
Or do you speed up and say, not today, buddy?
I kind of want to say the club.
Yeah.
No, you move to the right. Right?
That's part of it.
Okay.
Okay, someone wants to pass you on the highway. You must slow down and stay to the right. Don't speed up. I didn't know that you're supposed to slow down.
Interesting. Yeah.
So
I
you're
don't-
supposed to move forward and slow down.
Well, obviously
to let
don't
him
speed
pass
up,
you.
but I mean, you could just go the same speed, move to the right.
How many times have you sped up because you're like, not today, buddy?
Or are you one of those people where you're just an angry driver and you're like, nah, you know what? You can wait, and you slow down.
and making me even slower behind
Yeah.
you? All right. What did I read the other day? Somebody was at the mall getting ready to back out of a parking space, and the person waiting for the space honked his horn. I'm going to have to stay here all day now.
Parking is literally the worst part of driving.
Yeah, I think many people would agree with you.
It's just,
Yeah.
I mean, most of the time it's not frustrating because you're not really, I don't know. If you're not in like a populated place, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
But like parking at malls and stuff, like parking at Christmas time, That's where you see the worst of the human race.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Parking at Christmas time.
No doubt.
Yeah.
The most wonderful time of the year.
And parking at college. I remember
Peace and joy.
I used to have a break in between classes. I would eat my lunch in my car. And that sounds really sad when I say it out loud.
No, I just thought
I love being in the car, and music sounds great in the car, so I just go and bump some music for a little bit.
All right.
Anyways,
All right.
leave me alone, everybody.
So judgmental.
Yeah, no, so I would go and eat my lunch in my car, and it was funny because there's never enough parking spaces. So much so that the president cracked a joke at graduation about parking, and it's like, ha, just fucking fix it, bro. Anyways. So there's never enough parking spaces, and so everyone kind of waits, and if they see you walking back to your car, they follow you, and they creep behind you. And they're like, I'm going to take your spot.
So
and it was so funny because they would creep behind me, and I would get to my car, and I would look at them, and I would be like, I'm not leaving. And they'd be like, okay, and they would find another one.
I was wondering, did you hold up your sandwich or something, or give them any? Or
Did I hold up my sandwich?
Or did you make them
took
wait
it out
all
and
day?
took a bite. And just stared at them until they left.
I'm staying here.
Yeah, no. So college and Christmas parking.
All right. A funeral procession. Okay, you've got a funeral procession.
Mm-hmm.
You are sitting at a light, and all of a sudden you get the green light. Okay, but the funeral procession isn't done yet. What do you do?
See, the permit test would give you a choice. Like you get out of the car and you give your condolences and then make out with the corpse. That's what the permit test would give you as an option. It amazes me that people fail the permit test. Anyways,
Yeah.
You stop. You don't. The funeral procession has the right of way,
and they can go through the red light
as long as it takes. Yeah.
And it's also, you cannot join the procession. If you're going late, you can't say, well, I'll just put my headlights on and I'll go along with them.
What if you just are all funeral procession like tags the same? What if you just like kept one in your car and just popped it on and just joined? You were like, you know what? I didn't know this person, but we're all brothers and sisters out here.
I think that's a new thing, those tags in the window, because they never had them when I was younger. It's like you put your
It's probably because people kept trying to join the procession.
Yeah. You put your headlights on, and you could go. You're driving along, and you see someone who's riding or driving an animal, like the Amish. You know? Okay.
I don't remember this part. I'm scared.
You don't?
No.
Maybe it's a farmer who's out with a horse,
Oh,
right?
It's Pete taking his horse out for a spin. Yep.
In my overalls.
Yep.
Yeah. If the horse looks spooked or upset, what must you do?
If the horse looks spooked or upset,
The horse is like agitated. What are you supposed to do? Are you supposed to speed up to get by him so that he can relax, or
I would say
slow down?
take him to the spa,
Okay.
couples massage, maybe.
That'd be option C.
No,
but
you slow down, I would think, and wait.
You're supposed to pull your vehicle to the side of the road and stop.
Pull over to the side of the road, pull out an apple, and feed it to the horse. Tell him you are friends.
That was actually
I didn't know that was a thing. I've never been taught that.
I got my driver's license a long time ago.
Well, you had since 1961, so
Yes,
add
it
16.
I
Yeah.
actually had to do my driver's test. Actually, I failed the first time.
Yeah, but the reason you failed was
Have I told this on the show?
you've told not on the show, but you've told me.
I was 16, right? 16 and a half, and I was going for my driver's test. Woke up that morning, there was snow on the ground. So I'm like, My driver's ed teacher called me and said, okay, I'll pick you up in an hour and I'll teach you how to drive in the snow. I thought he was going to postpone the appointment,
Yeah,
you know?
that would be nice, right?
Yeah, but he said, I'll be there in an hour. I'll teach you how to drive in the snow. So we went and we did some stuff. On my driver's test, I went and I did everything right. I did the parallel parking. I did the three-point turn. I did all that stuff. We're coming back to the registry, and he says, all right, just park right here. I go over to the curb, hit a patch of ice, slide into the curb. He tears up my license, my sheet.
They're ruthless, man.
As a 16-year-old kid, I was devastated.
They're ruthless.
So I had to go back.
It's so intimidating though. Like they just sit there so silently.
Yeah.
Okay, do this. Okay, do this. You could murder someone with your car, and they would sit there and be like, "Write it down."
Mm-hmm.
Murdered somebody, and just keep going. Like they have no emotion.
Okay, turn here.
Yeah.
And then I had to take a driving test again after my stroke. I didn't have to. No one ever took my license when I had a stroke.
Like the actual driver's test?
Yeah,
Oh.
I did it again. But the reason your mother suggested I do this is so that if I goof up and have any kind of accident, no lawyer can say, "Oh, he's had a stroke. He shouldn't be driving."
Yeah,
well,
because you passed the test.
the state of Massachusetts recertified me, so I'm okay.
suck it, Brad.
No.
Yeah.
And that guy was talkative during the road test. He was talking to me all kinds of.
Maybe because it was different. He knew you weren't like.
Well,
maybe it's like a thing.
I asked him.
Oh, okay.
I said I'm not used to all these questions. I didn't think I'd get all these. And he said, "Well, I wanted to see if you could multitask. If I would get
so it was
thrown
planned.
off." Yeah.
It was planned. I thought it was maybe because like their training is to scare 16-year-olds. They don't really care about 105-year-olds like you.
All right, let's get to Dana's category here. If an emergency vehicle is coming from either direction, what are you supposed to do? Like if it's behind you or if it's coming in front of you, what are you supposed to do?
Speed up because your life is more important.
That's it.
Yes. No, obviously not. Stop. Pull over to the right.
The right, people.
Yes,
the right. They
the
don't
right.
want you to pull to the left. Although he did say if you're on
Only on the like a jam-packed highway, split the seas.
split
he
the
said.
sea, let
Yes.
them have the middle lane.
Yes.
So, and rolling is not allowed. You're supposed
Rolling
to pull
over,
over.
rolling over your car. Don't try it. All right, wait. Enough funny games.
No, but-
don't roll over in your car.
When the ambulance
Now's
is
not
coming,
a time for tricks.
and you pull over and you keep rolling because he's going to go by you soon. You know.
Fun fact, I care about first responders so much that I pulled over one time and got a flat tire because I hit the curb.
Whoa!
That's for you, Trish and Dana.
Just
all
for
right?
you.
I love you
Just
so
for
much. I
you.
gave myself a flat tire to make sure I wasn't going to get in your way. I wish that was a joke. I actually did that once.
I didn't realize, and maybe Dana can has some insight. I didn't realize that you're supposed to pull over to the right, even if he's coming from the other direction.
Yeah, I said that on the show the other day.
Did you?
Yeah.
Because I don't. I mean,
I do always feel stupid when I do it. Like if they're like on the other side of a median, I still do it.
a median.
I still do it.
Do you really? Yeah.
I don't know. Are you supposed to completely stop?
Yes.
No. If they're on the other side of the median.
I don't know.
I don't know. But I do still. I get over to the rightmost lane. Just
It's
hey,
like-
you never know what's going to happen. Maybe there's going to be like 50 cop cars that come out and they got to drive down both sides. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just pissing off the person behind me.
An emergency vehicle comes up to you from behind. It's coming from behind, but you're in the middle of the intersection. What do?
Wait, say it again?
There's an ambulance or a fire truck coming
Okay,
from
we're still talking
behind.
about that.
You're in the middle of an intersection. So what are you supposed to do? Should you just
Go through the intersection and then go to the right.
Very good.
Ah.
Very good. Very
I'm
good.
sure that there's many people that probably just stop in the intersection and just drive these first responders insane.
Go around me. I'm okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how to form this in the in a question, but
Okay.
it is illegal to follow closer than 300 feet to an emergency vehicle. How many times have you thought the ambulance is going by and you're like, "Oh, I'll get behind him." Then they
Yeah.
won't stop me.
Like school buses. I think school buses 100 feet.
Might be. Yeah.
So like, is that while you're driving? Because I don't know.
What do you mean, like at a?
Yeah, is that like at a stop? Because think about like if you're driving behind a school bus or something, you're at an intersection. Are you supposed to leave 100 feet of distance at this red light? Like I don't know. That just seems goofy to me.
That's a good question.
Nobody ever does.
Yeah.
I don't know. Leave space, people. Leave
And
space.
do you know what the move over law is? Can you explain the move over law?
The move over law.
Yeah.
Move over law.
If you're traveling on a 2-lane highway, or 3-lane, whatever.
Just travel on the right and then pass on the left. Is that the move over law?
No, the law is you're driving along in this highway and you're in the right-hand lane and you see an emergency vehicle that's in the breakdown lane. Whether it's an ambulance,
the
fire
move
truck.
over. Okay, yeah. I didn't know that's what it was called.
Yes.
Yes.
What are you supposed to do?
Well, if there's someone if they're in the breakdown lane and you have the ability to get to the left lane, you do so.
There you go.
If it's safe to do so. Sometimes it's not.
True.
And
True.
so at that point, I would just hug the left line as close as you can. But
Many times it says here, when safe.
Yeah.
When safe, move over to the left lane so there is an open lane between you and the emergency vehicle.
And if you're in the left lane, don't be a jackass. Let people over.
Yes.
Don't try and
Yes.
speed past everybody. Let
Yes.
people in. But
So-
that goes for anyone broken down on the side of the road.
So that's about all I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I did okay.
And you did very
I don't
well.
think I should lose my license.
No. You want me to sign something?
I don't
My little
think you have
clipboard
that ability.
It says you murdered someone, but you're okay.
Oh. I personally haven't murdered someone.
That's
At least not yet. I don't have any plans
the
to.
day is still young.
Don't cross me. I
That
guess.
move over law, though, I can't tell you the time, and this, of course, makes me furious. I can't tell you the number of times Priscilla has told me that they were at an accident scene on 128, and just, she's on the side of the road trying to operate, and someone just boom right by her,
People are pretty clueless on the road.
and it's like, yikes!
Yeah,
You
it's
came
scary.
that close.
And the crazy part is that person that drove past is never going to know how close they were to hitting somebody.
Yeah,
They're just
yeah. They're in their own world.
they think their life is more important than everything.
Hey, we're all in the. Here I go again with the High School Musical. We're all in this together.
Maybe I need that as a soundbite. All right, let's see. We got some chats here.
Okay, let's do it.
Kat said it is definitely a double yellow line. Apparently, there's a double white line. Dana said we have double white in Mass? Question mark? Question mark?
Oh, question mark. Well, this was a Massachusetts driver's manual.
I've never seen it.
All right.
I've never. There's probably one double yellow line somewhere.
Captain double yellow?
Double
No,
white,
double white.
double white.
Double white.
And they were like, we
Did
need to put it in the book.
Did Kat say there are double white lines? Has she
No.
seen
Kat
them?
said it's definitely like when I said you're definitely talking about double yellow.
Okay.
She was agreeing with me.
I'll have to go.
But apparently
the
double
book
white's a
said
thing.
double white.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Show me the double white line. What's the? I don't think that there's a difference between that and double yellow. So why do we have the different colors? Makes no sense.
I don't know.
Let's see. I got lost.
I will research today the double white line.
Dana said Christmas time parking is true Antichrist.
He's found the Antichrist.
It is the worst time of. It's the worst part
Yeah.
about Christmas.
Yeah.
Really is parking.
Is the parking?
Is the parking.
Yeah.
Let's see. Gail said 95 is the worst part of driving. I avoid it like the plague. I choose the roads less traveled.
Yes. Yep.
See, but sometimes the roads less traveled add on like 4 hours. So
That's true.
I think I'd rather deal with 95.
That's true.
Dana says, and that has made all the difference, Gail. He also said, we even stopped for a funeral procession when responding in the ambulance.
Oh, cool.
And Gail said, wow, Dana, really? I would think the living needing help would trump the dead. And Dana said, nope, funeral trumps all.
Wow.
That blows my mind because that's true. I mean, if someone's dead, they got time, you know?
Yeah,
So,
right.
They're not that.
I'm surprised at that one. Yeah.
See, because if someone's dying in the ambulance and then a funeral goes by,
Right.
why not? I mean, the person's dead in the funeral.
Yeah.
I would think that saving one person is better than two dead bodies. That's just me. But,
It's a logical point.
I guess the ethical choice is not always the one
Not
that gets
always
chosen.
the one. No.
Let's see. Dana said, Matt, you are such a compassionate, compassionate person towards animals. Hey, what can I say? I like them better than humans.
Yeah, he does. He does. And so does my wife, by the way. She likes Charlie better than
Dogs are the most, like, just pure and happy. And I once read, wow, we're about to get deep. I once read
Stand by.
that, like, all these animals, when, and not to get religious or anything, but like all these animals, God was like, all right, this is your lifespan. This is your lifespan. And the human said he was like, all right, your lifespan is 50 years. And the human was like, that's not enough. I demand more. And a dog was like, here, you can have some of mine. And that's why dogs live such a short life. And I thought that was so beautiful.
Yeah.
And but also shows how disgusting the human race is.
But they are the definition of unconditional love.
There you
Unless you abuse them,
Yeah, but don't you dare! Or I'll freaking find you.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, dogs are the best. That's my opinion.
All right.
So I know that started out as a joke, but I am very compassionate about animals. I love animals. Let's see what else we got here. Mrs. Guy says, "Is the male version of a Karen called a Kevin?" I don't think we have like a definitive answer on that.
No, what is some of the ones a Chad? Would he be Chad?
No,
Chad.
It's a different thing.
Yeah.
It's a different thing. A Chad is already a thing. A Brad is already a thing.
Oh, okay.
Someone said Matthew. We talked
I didn't
about
know
that
what they
yesterday.
are, but-
I could see Matthew as long as it's Matthew and not Matt. Give the Matts a break.
Yeah.
Let it be the Matthews of the world.
The Matthews of the world.
I did see someone say, "Can we give Karen's a break? Can we go with Susan for a while?" And I was like, "That's another great name for it." No offense to anybody named Susan, but
I have got to contact my friend Karen to ask her what's life like.
yeah.
I have two friends they're from a cat softball team. There was a mom named Karen, and there was a player named Karen. And I'm so curious, what's your life like? That's your actual name.
I hope they're cool with it. Like I hope they wear it with pride and say, you know what, I'm going to turn this name around.
Yeah,
I'm not going to be a cat.
I had it first.
Yeah.
Diane
said, "Good day from Springfield, MO." Which one's MO? Somebody help,
Missouri.
please. Missouri. Okay.
Missouri. Yeah.
That's what I thought it was, but then I couldn't in my head remember if there was an O in Missouri.
There you go.
But anyways, we have the answer. Well, good day. Good day.
Good day to you. She sent me her not itinerary, but she just told me what their plans are. And I sorry I didn't pull it up here. I didn't see where you're headed to today. But the goal is what? Friday in San Diego?
I believe. Yeah, that's what she said yesterday.
Yeah.
I believe. Yeah.
Diane's son Nate is moving out to San Diego, and he's got a job out there and everything. So yeah, good luck. Good luck to Nate.
Let's see. Gail said, "I got all right except the ambulance and the funeral."
Okay.
That one doesn't make sense.
What?
I mean,
They stop?
I think we need to talk to somebody about this.
Yes.
I need to have like I don't know, politician on speed dial. Like, hey, fix this, buddy. Come on.
That'd be so cool if you could.
I don't want to be in politics, but I
Yes.
have opinions that I think can improve things. But I would rather die than be in politics.
Somebody told me once that I should get into politics, and I was like, no, I can't do it.
Nah.
I can't do it. I can't play the
part
game.
of politics. I can't be fake enough. So you
Yeah.
gotta be fake. Even the best politicians are just the right amount fake.
Yeah. I mean, maybe in your town, maybe I could be town politics. Even that, though, has its issues. But, I mean...
Which I didn't know until this year.
Yeah,
this
I guess.
Year really shed some light on the drama we got in Fairhaven, Massachusetts.
But to be a national politician, I couldn't do it.
No.
So I read or maybe saw a documentary. I think it was Katie Tur and Jacob Soboroff is his name? I don't know. But it was two of the NBC news journalists who did a multi-part show, miniseries, whatever you call it, about Washington, about the swamp.
Mm-hmm.
And a congressman is required to spend so many hours on the phone begging for money.
Well, yeah, the financial aspect of politics drives me insane.
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
We will never get the absolute best for people, like best for the citizens of this country. We'll never get the absolute best because it's always influenced by corporations, and that's just the truth of it. And that's as political as we'll get.
Yeah,
but just know that whatever could be the absolute best for each and every individual, we will never get to because of that reason.
Corporations.
And that's why politics bugs me so much, because it's not truly about what's good for every single person. It's not. And we'll end it there.
Yeah, we'll end it. And we'll end today there, unless we have any other comments.
Dana said, "Pete, you're too honest to be in politics."
That's the thing. Yeah. I couldn't do it. No.
See, I think we could do it, but we would never get vote. We would it would never go anywhere because
I'd never get reelected.
Yeah, we'd be too honest, and people would be like, they wouldn't like that.
Yeah.
So we would never even get elected.
Like, I'd be the guy that would come out and say, "Look, I know we don't want to pay any more taxes, but the items that we need in life, the price has gone up. So I have to raise your taxes. I'm sorry, but I have to." And bam, I wouldn't get reelected, So anyway, we're talking politics.
Yes.
Let's end for today.
That'll be the last time we ever talk politics.
Damn straight. Our thought for the day today on this Wednesday: don't be afraid to start over. It's a chance to build something better this time. There's your thought.
Boom.
All right.
I like it.
Don't forget Q&A coming up on Friday, so think of any questions you might have.
Yes.
And
ask us questions.
Yes. Like us, subscribe, check everything out. We love you. Thank you for watching, and make it a great day.
Peace.